Gununa is the place I born and reared up. I'm a landowner for here and the other end up here. That's what they call Dulmer, the ownership of the land. I live here because you can't, you got a lot of food to collect. You don't have to go to the shop all the time. You can get food for nothing. Live off the land, all this and that. You like fishing, crabbing, oyster, everything. Even land food, seafood, live by it. That's what is great about Gununa. Great life of living. It's me and my wife, granddaughter, and son, and a grandson. That's pretty big for me. And plus we got a donkey at the back. I like to stay in the kitchen. Kitchen be first part, then shower, bathroom. You need a decent fence. Must be higher fence or keep people out of the yard. The naughty one, you know. There's a lot of people living. They're not pretty good people, they're naughty people. Especially these young generation, but young people, they're naughty boys, girls. They don't have the permission to walk through it. They just walk through the place just like their own place. Well, I like to see a different house here. Like I say, I have fridge and everything in it. Cooking place and bit of a little fireplace outside, something different, isn't it? With a fireplace. See why I gotta cook outside, I gotta eat something there. Might go back to old wooden stove, eh? Or coal stove, whatever you call it. Electricity too much. The more power you have, the bill come up that high. And people don't get that much money to pay big bills. Just little chicken feed money. That's why we're lucky we be on this land where you can survive. Gununa, that's Mornington Island right there. We used to go out. We never had a car or anything. We just used to go out. We walked to that point out there. You know, when I had good eyesight, we used to go, me and my mates used to go spear fishing. Fish and crab. We used to see them old, actually known as a little white crab, they call it the ghost crab. You know that one? Yeah, ghost crab. When I was down at my daughter's place, living at my daughter's place, and then I went across for a walk to my niece down here. And the housing mob came, and they said, you Keith Escort? I said, yeah. Come, we got a house for you. I said, thank you. Thank the Lord I got a house because I haven't got a house. And living in someone's house, and I said, thank the Lord, thank you. No, it's cool late in the night, bit hot just now, bit warm. That's why I sit under the fan there.
I'm Lynette Jingles. I live on Mornington Island I was born out in the bush and at Bury.
Well, I wasn't born here. I was born in Manisa. My parents from here, and I like it here on the island.
Well, you know what? I really want a high fence along there because too much people jump over the fence, especially with the gators. I can't keep people out here because they just jump over. I really like the stove and the things in here though, but
That's what I like.
That's what I like.
And the cupboard they put
And the new
in
cupboard.
is good. That's right.
Real good. And I got a little thing where I can just put my wheelchair in, like I go for wash up too. That's something useful.
Every time we got under the hallway, it's like roll down himself. The wheelchair roll
And
down
like
himself.
there, I don't think that maybe we do it properly. It's sort of slant, you know. And in the hallway, it's sort of when you roll it like you're rolling down. So it's not, I don't think they really did it properly. So I don't know why people can't just come and do the job and help people like us. So yeah.
My country's it's not Gununa, it's Bentinck Island, so it's the second largest island in the Wesley Island groups. Since 1947, 1948, we moved from Bentinck, my mum and her sisters and family. There were like 60 in all that came. The thing I love about Gununa is that the local people actually took them in, adopted them into not just family, but into their country as well. So they were allowed to go and hunt and eat off the land like they were doing at home. So the generosity about Gununa is what I like about it the most. My son is now living with us. There's also now, I have my mum, my daughter and myself, and it's only a 3-bedroom house. So we've all had to squash into one room, and my son and his kids in one room. And it's a really small bedroom. So, yes, it's hard. The house itself, I don't know, it's hot, like really, really hot now. So we open all the windows to have that cool air circulating. But like at a time like this, when the humidity's up, you have to stand directly underneath the fan to get the full effect of cooling off. That's my only thing with the house, I suppose, is the humidity, the heat. The barge comes once a week. So I'm looking at like producing my own vegetables, just so I can have fresh veggies. I manage what I can, I suppose, with my garden, but I'm sitting on bedrock. I'm sitting on cement from where they seem to have pushed all the old building base, the base of the old buildings into a pile in the corner of the place. But yeah, if they built a house with built-in raised garden bed, I'd be so happy. I'd be one of the happiest people. Yeah.
I was born and raised here, and I spent time outside in the bigger world, but there's no better place like home. So this is where my people is. That's where I choose to be. Yeah, my art station is called Gatmagan Art Station. I used to have a little shed there and that, but the cyclone came in and wiped it out. So I got a smaller shed there at the moment, but that's all getting eaten away from rust. But I still go out there and enjoy my country. That's where I heal. that's my healing place for anything. Like something wrong, you go out there, you're healed. So that's top priority for me, and that's why I go out there, to heal myself and to be with my ancestors out there. So, well, me, I'm a very cultural person. I work at the culture centre there. I've been dancing for over 30 years, sharing my culture all over the world, all over Australia, and I keep my culture going here in my community. So, yeah. Well, it's my son and his partner, and then my partner. That's who's staying here at the moment. But if families come over for funeral and that, we do have to put them up. I got kids sometimes staying here that wants a feed and a place to sleep. I got nowhere to put them, only on the couch. So I wouldn't mind having a little spare room, for children that just wants to have a feed and a place to stay. I'd like a sort of an open kitchen with a big bench in the middle, because I'm constantly cooking, not only for myself, but gatherings in the community. So I do a lot of that. And then you got like this living area. That kitchen is a big no for me. It's small, it's cozy, yeah. But I think it was built for older people. Yeah, I reckon people should be designing their own home, because they're going to be living in it for the rest of their life, where they're going to be comfortable. If you go around and looking, there's the carports and that. Not all of us got motor car. I'm sorry to say that, but I suppose it's ask the people, if they do want a carport. Not just go and put one there in their house or whatever. A lot of us will never own a car.
I come from over that way. I'm from Bentic Island. My ancestors are from Bentic, but we live here today because of floods and stuff that happened over at Bentic. It's unlivable that there's no drinking water and stuff like that. But I've lived here for 52 years, and what I can say, the best thing about Mornington is the people. I love the people. I love the old people in particular. I love listening to their stories about their land, their culture, their ways. If I could change my house, I'd give myself a storeroom. Take one toilet out. There's no need for two toilets. Put air vents in my house so that there's not so much mould when it comes to cleaning the bathroom, because someone told me that air vents actually prevent that. And then you know how you get all the black charring on the wall and your ceiling, maybe an air vent in there. And then the yard, I love doing yard work. I could do all of that myself. Like I started off from nothing. There was just dirt here, nothing at all. And we're getting it done slowly. It's taken a while, but it would be good if they could break the soil up for you or help you do that, because to hire a machine for one day, every hour they charge you hourly $160 an hour. And that's sort of not right. Like if you're moving into a new house with an ugly yard with no grass in it at all, and then on top of that we had to pay for sand, so we buy the sand ourselves. We get the people from council to bring truckload of sand and then we spread it out, but we pay $120 per load for the sand and for the gravel. Stuff like that would sort of cut things down a bit, because you'd have more money to buy curtains and other more important things that you need for the house. But that'd be the three main things.
All the best thing I like about it is like lots of seafoods around, and bush food. It's just a good thing to live off the land.
My country, Whitecliff, it haven't got an aid station out there. Yeah. It's no aid station. It's got only oak trees and
Yeah, just some oak trees and some people when they got to
go out and
spend the afternoon
sit
and make some
down
fires
fishing
there,
and cook whatever,
cook some
crab, fish.
there. And that's my partner's country, so that belongs to her grandmother and her mom. So yeah, that's why lots of the school teachers and police been coming in here lately, just getting permission of my partner, and just really looking forward to let them go out, and I've got 4 kids, and like the young family, and now I'm back with the council. Well, yeah, that's the best thing is to see my kids grow up to be in the older age, they're teenagers, and I just like to send my kids out to boarding school, make a lot of friends out of boarding school, and make it good for themselves, get well educated and learn good things, and hopefully next time when they get back on the island, when they graduate and finish high school, they probably get a job here in the community, working with the council and do the same thing what every other people doing around here today, I suppose we need I really need a big house.
Yeah, bigger house, yeah,
Bigger
but
house,
then
and more rooms, because at the moment we only just got two bedrooms, and
it's the land.
but most of the time me and my partner, we spend most of our nights staying at the land, where we can just watch some television and the kids stay in the room.
Well, the reason I like living in Gununa is because of the culture. The culture is very strong, and I like to see more of the culture happening and stuff. But living here, I've lived here my whole life, since I was born. But living here, there's a lot of landscapes and stuff that you can see. And also, like, the fishing and hunting here is very amazing as well. Also, because of the people, there's very kind people here at times, it's very good. And one thing about this place is just when you go out, people are very welcoming, like when you come to the island, people welcome you. In my house where I live now, there's my mum, my dad, me, and my siblings. And my dad's also a child carer, so there's kids that need caring sometimes come here and stay. And because we already have a big family, it's pretty hard to have more people. Yeah. And if we had a bigger house, we'd welcome more people, and yeah. I would like to stay here for the rest of my life, and have a family here. But like the facilities here are there's not enough, There's not enough. There's people staying in other people's houses, there's it's just hard to see that, Yeah. But yeah, when I do have a family one day, I'd like to have my own house and stuff, to support myself and my family, Yeah, it'd be really good.